Welcome back to My Conversation. I guess you could say it's a special 9/11 edition. We're getting the knowledge behind different religions here with Michael Bogart. Give another round of applause to our special guest for today. Glad you are on the show. Very informative indeed. Now, I know for our viewers who are looking here, you have a stack of books and videos, and we don't want them to stay curious about it. We'll get off into those shortly.
Okay.
But we were discussing the differences within a few religions, and I know you mentioned as far as distilling the sexual immorality and murder. How vastly different is you say the main three were which ones that you say?
Well, in terms of a moral code, most religions frown deeply on stealing, taking things that are not yours, killing for no reason or for a selfish reason, and what was the other one? Oh, sexual immorality. Defined. And again, there's different definitions of what that means. Like, for example, in Islam, polygamy is permitted, but only under certain conditions. Whereas in Christianity, not permitted.
Okay.
So again, they're going to define what that means or what the boundaries are. But once the boundaries are defined, you can't go outside those boundaries. So religions have pretty strong views upon what's proper and what's not proper when it comes to sexual behavior.
And that can be stretched as far as possible, or it needs to be contained. Now, I know that we have so many questions, and I'm so glad that you're going to be a regular on the show now, because it's going to be an ongoing conversation. I know there'll be several new things that come up that we can discuss over and over again. We talked about it off camera briefly. Go through some of the things that you have with us. Let the people know what you have sitting next to you, so just in case they want to get some knowledge from what you're discussing right now.
Absolutely. Well, having taught comparative religion for 25 years, on a college campus, you figure, okay, not everybody can do that. And so I figure it's a skill set that I have.
Definitely.
So I thought, well, my students seem to appreciate it. So I have it. My son-in-law encouraged me to make some videos. This is way back like 6-7 years ago. So we sat down with my son. I sat down with my son-in-law and this other guy that does videography. And the first one that we made was this Understanding Islam.
Okay.
And it's something that people have seemed to appreciate, and so I continued to make other videos. I chose 3 religions that people always ask me about. It's not that they're similar or anything like that, but Islam, people always want to know about the Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, they always ask about that one. I mean, because everybody's had them come to the door.
You are right.
And then the Mormons as well, it's similar in terms of people always have contacts or friends or something. So I made these 35-minute videos on these 3 particular subjects that people always seem to ask about. Then there was something I felt like nobody knew anything about, and that's the New Age movement. And it's more of a grab bag of all different kinds of religions, everything from, theosophy to, the latest fads that come along. A lot of it has Eastern religion influence in it. And then the one that I'm most proud of is that since so many people don't know much about the Bible, I made this video called the 45-Minute Bible. It's a little longer than the others, but well worth it because it takes you from the beginning to the end of the Bible in 45 minutes.
Huh?
I know. You can't get into a lot of depth and detail, but if you want the big picture of what's in the book and some issues surrounding it like translation and documentation and things like that, there's a lot of people say, the documents of the Bible, we don't have those. We don't even know what it originally said. Well, that's really not true. The Bible's been very well preserved, very well documented, and so I deal with that a little bit in this as well. My idea was the Bible's worth reading and it's very relevant to the 21st century. So that's why I made this. And then I went ahead and put all of them in book form. So what the videos have in them, I put into print form, and then I added 30 FAQs about each subject. So the books are expanded, and I came up with 30 frequently asked questions for each one of these subjects, and I tried to answer those. And again, I take my college teaching very seriously. I try to be very factual. I try not to spin things too much. So, for example, when I made my Mormonism video, I thought, well, let's find out what the Mormons think about it. So I found an email address that had LDS, after it. And I sent it to that address, or I inquired at that address. I said, hey, I just made a video on Mormonism. I'm going to release it on Amazon. I'd like to know what you guys think of it. And so I got the nicest reply back from this guy. He says, it's not me, but who you want to talk to is our guy at BYU that deals with fellow professors and stuff. So I emailed him. He said, oh, yeah, send me your video. I want to watch it. And about a week later, I got this reply. He says, number one, thanks for not beating up on us. And secondly, he says, you're wrong about a couple little, he corrected me on a couple small facts in the video that I guess I didn't get right. But it's not like I'm pro-Mormon here.
Right.
It's just that I'm not like anti-Mormon like some people can be. I just give the facts of where it came from, what they teach, what they practice, and how it differs from standard Christianity. And I do that with all of my stuff.
That's absolutely helpful.
And I, actually, on Amazon where you get your, your ratings or your comments, I got a couple Mormon guys that said, dang, finally, a Christian that's being fair with us. So,
Well, I tell you, so they can get all of this on Amazon? Or is there anywhere physically they can come in?
I think I would prefer that they order it from me so I get the full price.
There, right there.
There you go. So it's aspectministries.com, and if you look under the products tab, you can order all the materials there.
You know what, Michael, thank you so much for being on the show. This is going to be a regular feature here, so look forward to more information. I already have a ton of questions and conversations I want to cover with Michael. Give Michael a round of applause from Aspect Ministries coming out. You guys don't go anywhere. We got a little bit more for you right after this.